curriculum fair. The curriculum fair is to provide new students, rising sophomores, juniors, and seniors information about courses that are offered here at Matthew C. Perry High School or will potentially be offered here at Matthew C. Perry High School for the upcoming school year 2022-2023. So your teachers from each department, English language arts, math, science, social studies, career technology and education, fine arts, PE and health, world language, as well as general elective teachers will be presenting their curriculum in regards to the content that he or she teaches. So please give them your undivided attention. We're going to begin with the English department. And to have present, I'm going to ask the teachers, when your name is called, please come to the stage, and one from each of your department will present. And once you're complete, please introduce the person that is up for the next presentation, which is the line with the slides that we're sharing today, and it's going to be recorded and uploaded to your Google Classroom for you to reference to when you're doing your course selections for school year 22-23. So we're going to begin with the English department with Ms. Sullivan, Mrs. Trigo, and Mr. Mark Lane.
Hello, I am Mrs. Treeville. And this is Mrs. Sullivan. All right. Do I really need to talk about ninth grade English? No. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to start with the ninth grade English. Ninth grade English is really focused on world literature, so reading texts from authors from around the world. We also offer an honors class, and that's for students who are willing to accept the challenge of maybe reading a little extra at home, more writing requirements. You can go to the next slide. All right, 10th grade English. Again, it does have many writers from around the world. We introduced a Shakespeare play, Macbeth. And then the same option of 10th grade English honors is there. And again, that's for students who are really committed to going the extra mile for their reading and writing and presenting skills.
Yeah, put it to work.
All right, and honors is really a good track if you are interested in eventually going into AP classes later in high school. That gives you a little extra preparation with that extra work. All right, 11th grade, the juniors. This is focused on American literature, and it really goes along with you learning U.S. history. And so if you have both those courses your junior year, they serve each other very well. We read things about like our founding documents. We read stuff, everything from transcendentalism and the Harlem Renaissance. And then, let's see, we have AP Language and Composition. This is one of our 2 English AP classes. Now, this one is really focused on the writing. You'll read a lot, but you're reading mostly to study nonfiction. So you're reading nonfiction to see how writers write and how to model that type of writing. And so this one, it's a great way to prepare yourself for a college education. You can earn college credit for getting a certain score on your AP exam. We want to emphasize for both our AP courses that according to the College Board, all students who are willing and academically prepared to accept the challenge of a rigorous academic curriculum should be considered for admission to AP. So this is, we want to emphasize, a rigorous course. It's a challenging course. And so you want to make sure that you talk perhaps with your parents, and you think about, the stuff, your commitments at school and stuff, juggling that extra coursework for those high school grades. All right, 12th grade? All right. How would 12th grade be a little different, perhaps?
12th grade is, we're looking at, again, it's British literature pretty much for 12th grade. It's a continuation, of course, 11th grade, American literature, so we're looking at British literature. We're working on writing skills. In 12th grade, when at paragraph that you want to see your book that you write about your life up to age 18. And then just thinking about that, I also teach AP Lit. AP Lit usually comes after AP Language because the writing helps prepare students for the examination of literature. It's a college level course and it's supposed to be written. So you have to be prepared to put the work in.
Oh,
Well, you know,
I thought I was starting. I'll read the schedule. All right, so we are going to introduce the math department. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Franklin Diaz and Mrs. Julie Landrum.
Good afternoon. They saved the best for second. We're going to talk about the math courses that we offer here at MC Kerry. Starting off, we all know that we are in Algebra 1. That is basic algebra. It's foundation for everything else for your next 3 years. Some of you might have taken it in 8th grade, but if not, Algebra 1 is where you start. Second year, you move on to geometry. Generally a 10th grade class. We do a lot of coloring, kind of things to keep the football players interested. Geometry is, like I said, mostly for sophomores, but also freshmen. If you completed your Algebra 1 credit in the middle school, you can move right into geometry. Following geometry, after you've successfully completed Algebra 1 and geometry, you'll move on to Algebra 2. And it is my understanding that Algebra 2 does a lot of cutting and taping. Is that correct, Logan? Again, to help the football players be attentive. So, Algebra 2 is basically advanced algebra. Miss Landry has been teaching that, and I heard it's a great class. After Algebra 2, you'll move on to pre-calculus, which is an extension of algebra and an introduction to trigonometry. And I know my pre-calculus students are loving it this year. Yeah. And then after that, then you get a little flexibility. So that'll probably be going into your senior year. You have the option to move into discrete math, which is voting theory and personal financing, or you can move into AP Calculus AB. That's a lot of fun. Don't believe the ones who have taken it, what they're saying. And another option is also AP Statistics. Again, it's an advanced placement course, and hopefully we'll be offering that next year in person. And in addition to these courses, we also will have hopefully an elective, and it'll be for Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, the math lab. And this will be a possibility to provide extra support for those of you that you kind of feel like you might be struggling in Algebra 1 or Algebra 2. So I believe that is it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Next up, the science department.
Thanks, guys. You fantastic students get to take 3 science classes at MC Perry. Not only do you get to, you have to. And you have to pass them to graduate. So, we recommend you take biology as freshmen. We recommend that as sophomores, you take chemistry. And as juniors, you take physics. The only real other opportunity that you have is to take online AP classes. There are AP classes for biology, chemistry, physics, and environmental science. Typically, our students have had to take those classes as online classes. We have students who are taking or have taken most of those in our population. So I would recommend you reach out to some of those students that have taken those AP courses online to get a feel for what it's like. Otherwise, we enjoy having you in our biology, chemistry, and physics classes and recommend you take it in that order. Thanks. History's up.
Of the first one, we have to have a world history component, so that can either be world history global 1 or world history global 2. So pre-civ is always the beginning of history to when everybody starts exploring around Columbus, and the rest of it is from Columbus onward. Okay? Yeah, United States history. You need a U.S. history class credit. This is basically the Civil War onward. So yeah, starting like Lincoln and everything else. Okay, for government, this is where it gets a little tricky for some people. There's a question already from the audience.
Yeah, does, what about AP world history?
Don't try to spoil it yet. Okay, everybody needs a government credit, which is a half credit class. So some people take it as junior, some people take it as senior year, but you need a half credit from the government. And then you need one half credit elective, which would include econ, sociology, psychology. AP Human Geography also counts as an elective credit. You know that class is 1 year long. So going on with the next one. We just mentioned those are the half credits. Psychology deals with the individual. Economics deals with how different governments use their monetary systems. And the last one is sociology. That deals with why do people do things as a group and not individually. Don't know anything about it? Should I talk about it? Okay, the AP classes we offer in the history department right now are AP World History, AP Human Geography, and AP US History. There are other AP classes available, but those are only online. And like Ms. Trigo mentioned earlier, these are very intensive classes. These are college level classes that have the same amount of work that is associated with the college level class. It is not impossible to do, but you have to be able to manage your time wisely in order to be successful in the class. Any other questions? All right, next, at least Ms. Kerry Douglas.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Chef Selby. I teach culinary arts, and I teach two classes here. I teach culinary arts 1 and culinary arts 2. Everyone needs to start off in culinary arts 1. It is a year-long class. There we go. This is the basic introduction to culinary arts. So no matter where you're at, whether you like to eat, whether you don't cook at home at all, whether you like watching cooking videos, or you're interested in really building that life skill of cooking for yourself, learning about a little bit about nutrition, plating, things like that, this is the class for you. Once you successfully complete Culinary Arts 1, you can go on to Culinary 2. Culinary 2 is a year-long, there we go, a year-long double period. So for those of you that are credit deficient, you're going to have to look at your schedule and really see how that fits in, because it is a double period. And so you need to make sure that there is room in your schedule that. But this really dives into catering and working on personal projects. And is a really great class to take if you're interested in digging deeper into your skill level and catering, essentially to go into the professional industry someday. And that's it. I'm going to introduce the one and only Master Sergeant Kramer.
All right, I don't think I need a microphone. So, I'm going to introduce the people that are going to present for JROTC. It is a four-year class. We've got LE1s, LE2s, LE3s, and LE4 that's a year long for each one of those. But they're going to talk about JROTC. So, the XO is Rinka Saito. We've got Jessica Griffin here. We've got Jaden Santiago and Nathan Morales. They're going to try to explain to you what JROTC is all about. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. And today we're here to present what is JRTC. So the purpose of NCJRTC is to instill the value of citizenship, service to the United States, personal responsibility, and a sense of accomplishment. And JRTC is a class that students can take throughout their high school year to build leadership skills in the community. And by holding a job-like leadership position, students develop leadership skills, discipline, and sense of responsibility. So, what is the class like? On Mondays and Fridays, students participate in the physical training activities, which we do for our youth physical fitness test to build endurance, strength, and confidence. And we also do a drill and the PT days. On Wednesday and Thursdays, we have a uniform inspection, and uniform inspection improves integrity and attention to detail. And on Tuesday, and after inspection, students will have a lesson about the history of the Marine Corps and leadership principles and philosophy. NCJRTC also has a student-led extracurricular activities to continue to build such skills, such as marksmanship and drill.
Hello, I am one of the captains for marksmanship, and marksmanship is basically precision air rifle shooting activity, which shooters will shoot targets from 10 meters away in 3 different positions, prone, offhand, and kneeling. And marksmanship really gives you a sense of like pride and accomplishment. It also it improves your discipline and focus, because you really need to have that focus and confidence and the mindset to be able to shoot at the target. Because marksmanship is not just shooting at targets; it's not that easy. But well, it's not easy. But you're trying to shoot literally the bull, like it's super small, so you really need to have that focus in it. Yeah.
Hi, I'm the drill captain. Drill is like marching places in like the military, and that's what it's used for in the military. It's like to get from point A to point B. So since we're in we drill competitively, so we compete with other schools, like we compete with basketball. We travel there, and we also have a far east. So drill team there's three different types of drills. That's my fault. So there's regulations, which is just unarmed and armed, and you just follow a set card. It has to be like by the books and everything. And then there's exhibition drills, which you can add more flair to it, which is like spinning rifles, the kind of things that you see the silent drill team do. Which personally I enjoy doing that more than regulation. And then there's color guard, which you guys have probably seen at the award ceremonies. It consists of 2 people, 2 flags, the left rifle and the right rifle. Yeah, I think that's it about drill. All right, and now we're going to talk about the benefits. Don't worry, there's one more. So, as for the benefits of JRTC, We do activities such as drills and marksmanship, which are only available to JJC cadets. There are several leadership opportunities, such as billets and/or teaching a class below the level cadets. JRTC can also highly influence your military career and give you an opportunity to earn a RTC scholarship too. Another benefit is that we go on study trips such as Hiroshima and Kure, and different LE level cadets give speeches to improve their public speaking. And finally, some additional benefits that us cadets in JRTC have learned is a sense of responsibility, importance of grade and education, a confidence boost, healthy competitiveness, and a sense of community and or belonging. Now, with that being said, I'd like to introduce the Department of Business and Management and Design, or Digital Design.
So Ms. Pollard is not here.
I'm sorry, I didn't think like Mr. Kramer did. I should have just had my students come up here and speak on my behalf. That would have worked out better. Me and Ms. Pollard both teach CTE classes. Ms. Pollard, I can't speak necessarily for her, but I know she teaches business courses, career practicum, web design, and digital imaging as well. For me, I teach 5 classes. I teach digital publishing, which if you're interested in Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, anything to do with graphic design, that program right there basically does graphic design that's stationary, that's printed out as a still product. I also teach a class called digital media, which sounds very similar, but the end product is more animated, it's visual. And you're using those same programs as well as Adobe Animate for that. I also teach yearbook, which is, we are the only school in all of Dodge that makes our book from scratch. Other people use online publishing programs. We actually use Photoshop and InDesign to lay out our entire book. So we actually create it from scratch. And then finally, video productions. We have video productions 1, 2, and 3. Obviously, video productions 1 is basic video productions, and then video 2 and 3 is more advanced. Video 2 and 3 uses different cameras. They also have more access to the studio. If you complete all 3 video productions courses, you earn a certificate, and when you graduate, you get cords as well. When you get on the big stage. These that skits. I don't know who's next. Who do I throw it to? Music is next.
I'm Lucy, and I'm the music teacher here at Missouri. I teach all of our music classes, which we have 5. We have band, string orchestra, choir, guitar, and piano class. So we have some things for everybody. And I'm going to let my students teach about this class.
Alright, so symphonic band. So symphonic band is the culmination of the foundation from middle school band. It has a wide range of music levels to fit each student's individual level. These being beginning, intermediate, and advanced band. So to join symphonic band, you need to have taken 2 years of music prior to being in high school. But if you haven't, you can talk to Ms. Kane and we'll do a musical assessment before you sign up for the ensemble. It's expected that you practice regularly and to get grades in the class, and that you also do it at home as well. That's very important. It's also highly encouraged that you get your own instrument, so you'll personally use it. Symphonic band will perform at least 3 times in an academic year, and all places around UCUNY as well. Symphonic band can also play for sporting events such as football. And for those, we also have after-school rehearsals in the weeks leading up to it, so that we get more practice. And then students who are enrolled in symphonic band are required to perform all, or attend all performances for, because those kind of special.
Strings, much similar to symphonic band, is only includes stringed instruments such as violins, violas, cellos, and basses, from which all will be provided to the students. So much like band, we do ask that you have your own instrument, unless it's like unless the bass, which mobility issues, we will flexible with that. So this course will show students music through the means of stringed instruments, such as the four I mentioned. Much different from symphonic band is you can, even if you've never played a stringed instrument before, you can start in beginning band, which, yes. Stringed orchestra will perform at least 3 times in an average academic year, with additional performances held around evening is required.
So we're here for the choir, and the Perry Choir is a class to expand your vocal music studies. Students enrolled in the course will continue expanding their vocal range, learn how to sight sing, study intervals, and perform choral literature that 55 students open concert.
Students enrolled in choir will be expected to maintain regular practice at home to ensure they meet music performance requirements during a positive grade for the course.
The Perry Choir will perform at least 3 times in a typical school year, given that COVID will apply, with additional performances held around youth and kids meetings.
Students enrolled in choir will be required to attend all performances and encourage student participation in MTK music department. Thank you.
Hi guys. So guitar is a course for absolute beginners. You don't have to know anything about the guitar, and you basically learn how to read music, get to learn how to play chords and basic tab reading. And depending on the size of the class, you get to do electric guitar as well as acoustic guitar. And for piano, I actually don't take piano, but it's very similar to guitar. And you learn how to play, you get to do note reading, and you learn correct technique, and yeah.
I'm back. And you can't keep me off the stage. I'm here to talk to you about drama class. I don't have the slide, but I'll try to work my way through it. I am encouraging you to sign up for drama class next year. It is a fine arts credit, so if you are not looking for art or music and you want to find another option, drama class is one option for you. In beginning drama, we work a lot with our voice and movement, and then we move. Hey, I know, Martin just reminded me, could you raise your hand if you're in a drama club or you have been last year too? Look around, everybody. I have tortured all of these students. All right, so we have a club as well, but next year we'll have a class. And so, like I said, voice movement, we play improv games to get you comfortable thinking on your toes. And then in beginning drama, you'll also prepare a monologue for auditions. However, I know some of you are a little shy and the thought of getting up in front of people is massively terrifying. I want to encourage you though, to sign up for drama because it is a way of kind of easing into public speaking. And we also will have multiple opportunities, just, it's not all just standing up on stage. You can participate by helping with a production, so working on props, costumes, sound, lighting, backstage type things. So it's not just for people who are interested in acting. And next up, we have Mrs. Kelman with art. Alrighty.
and this is my first year here at NC Perry. And we offer a wide variety of visual arts courses. Fundamentals of Art is sort of the beginning course, and it's a year-long course. The rest of the courses are semester courses, and any of these classes will fulfill your fine arts requirements. If you're very interested in getting a really strong foundation in a variety of media is like what you use to make your art, then Fundamentals is a great way to start. Studio Art is another class that we offer, and I'm going to jump around on the slides, so you'll see both slides eventually. Studio Art is another course that we offer that is a little more advanced for somebody who's been doing a lot of art or has had other classes if you're in high school, and it's a variety of media also. So we do a lot of two-dimensional and three-dimensional in both of those classes. We do some fiber arts, pottery, painting, sculpture, all kinds of stuff. We also offer individual semester courses in different specific media, such as digital photography, where we focus not only on using a manual digital camera, where you learn how to use your settings, adjust for your lighting, get the artistic part of photography down, but also we do some post-editing, where we learn some Photoshop, learn how to manipulate your photos, create double exposures and things like that. And my class right now this semester are also creating a website using their photos so they can share those things with their community, their friends, their family, and each other. So that's a really fun thing. In painting, we focus on painting. We do acrylic, watercolor, some pastels, that kind of thing. It's two-dimensional, and we focus a lot on color. All these courses focus on the elements of art and the principles of design. So if you learn that in one course, you're going to continue to use that through all the other courses. So that's not a problem. I feel like there should be music, and the academy should be taking me off the stage. Anyway, we also have printmaking, which is both relief and intaglio, as well as mono printing. And let's see, what else? Sculpture. Sculpture class is a lot of fun. You can ask my sculpture folks right now. We're creating colossal sculptures, and you'll be seeing those show up in the lobby area sometime the next week or so. And I just recommend taking visual art. We do not only a lot of creation of art, but we also learn to talk about art, look at art, evaluate art, criticize art, and discuss art. So, thank you. And Coach Bruce is up next.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Coach Burns. I'm the only health and PE teacher here at the school. I actually teach 5 different classes here. All right, so you'll see me quite a bit during your time here at NC Perry. You have to have a total of 2 credits. They're all a semester each. All right, so you got to have personal fitness. You got to have lifetime sport. Have to have PAN, which is physical activity and nutrition. And you got to have me for health. All right. They're all different things. They all cover different aspects. Personal fitness is just typical PE. We learn about the body. All right. Lifetime sports. We learn different sports that you typically do outside of high school. All right. Activities that you play in your adult life. So things like tennis, ultimate frisbee, ping pong, badminton, things like that. But we do cover soccer, basketball, volleyball, all the other main core sports. When you talk about physical activity and nutrition, it's still PE, but we do incorporate a little bit of nutrition into it. All right, we bring, just learn about the body, health. We cover aspects of mental health. We go over alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. We go over nutrition. We go over sex education. We go over personal consumer health. That takes place in the classroom. But pretty much that, you just come in, you have a good time, listen to music, have a good time. We run around, we're active. Come on out and do for a PE, all right? Next up, we have our world language, Mrs. Baker.
I want to address the classes that we offer
year foreign language. We offer Spanish 1 to 4 and Japanese 1 to 4. Um, each class is a general class, and each of these courses focus on different types of communication, or modes of communication, such as interpersonal, interpretive, and presentational communication, which is something that we address almost every day. We focus on the four skills: listening, speaking, writing, and reading. Um, if the year requires 2 years of the same foreign language, for example, we will be taking Spanish 1, in the next year we will be taking Spanish 2, or if you are taking Japanese 1, you will be taking Japanese 2. The following year, assuming that you are passing the course. Also, we want to remind you that the year requires 2 years to same foreign language. However, we want to encourage you to continue learning that foreign language you started with, because some colleges and universities require 3 years of the same foreign language course. So, if you are applying to any of these universities that requires 3 years of the same foreign language, if you are taking Japanese 2 this year or Spanish 2 this year, you should be going to end level 3 next year. So if you are taking once again the same foreign language, the Spanish 1, you should be focusing on Spanish 2. Sometimes the students will take 1 year of, let's say, Spanish, but the second year they jump to another language, such as Japanese, or another language in another school. While that year that you took the first year of that language doesn't count for the 2 years required. So, especially for the Spanish free, the Japanese free, we really want to encourage you to continue with level 4. At level 4, most students at level 4, I can say that they are able to communicate at a level that they can travel to any Spanish country or German and Japan, and they are welcome to their communication is almost good. So that is what I have for the language, and I will produce now conditioning, journalism, and thank you very much.
Check. Check. It works now. Actually, we do some conditioning in journalism. You know that our front page story this coming month is going to be about wrestling. We have 2 freshmen and a senior, and that team grew. And so we're recording history. That's what we do in journalism, right? Very, very large class, 22 kids. Sometimes it's like herding cats, seriously. But we do produce high quality work. We've won 13 Far East gold medals. So it's a pretty good program. Always looking for people to come and write about things they're passionate about. We record your views and your news is what we do. So that's journalism. I also am teaching next year college prep and planning. College prep and planning course is designed to help students prepare for college. They do their resumes. I help them write, for example, college essays, and it really is to get students in the mindset of getting ready to go to college. So that's that, and we turn it over to Coach Burns.
What's going on, guys? I teach another elective class called Conditioning. Conditioning is just a course where we become the best version of ourselves. We go into the weight room, we lift weights, we get strong, mind, body, spirit. We learn about the body, muscular system, skeletal system. We go out to the track and run. We do fitness grams. We test our health-related components. We do a lot of cool things in conditioning. So if you're just trying to push yourself and become the best version that you can possibly be, just take a class, elective, conditioning is the way to go. Next up, we have yearbook and Avid. Rossi and Baker. Oh, yep, Avid and Ms. Baker. Yep.
Hello again. I am the AVID teacher, and AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It's a year-long course, and it prepares students for college readiness and success, and it's a year-long, like I said. What the students will do for a student in this class, we prepare you to use skills that are skills that you're going to use not only here but also in the future as students in college, such as management your time, take notes, a student studying for read the content. Um, we also do tutorials in this class where when we have tutors, they help you to understand a topic or a project that you have in another class. We also have classmates that will help you to understand the process of a topic or a particular subject that you have doubts about it. So those are for tutorials. Um, some of the uh, we also help you with graphic organizers, taking notes, different ways for you to get organized. So when you go to class, you are well prepared, and it's a class that is designed for the students who are in the middle upper, students that are not in the lead, and then there are students that are not constantly or often missing homework. So, and also for this class, you will need to apply, and it's usually between March and April, around that time frame where the students will apply for the class. If we really want to encourage you to take other class, all ninth graders, 10th graders, 11th and 12th graders, at any level you can join this class, even if you don't have, if you haven't taken the class before. Because this class also, the students who take this class are also having opportunity of scholarship. So if you have taken this class, you may be able to apply for it. So it's not a class for the students who are at risk, the students that, like I said, fail to do homework. And once again, it's a nice class, it's a really good class. We work really, really hard to get you to complete your courses successfully. Thank you. Anybody else?
All right, good afternoon, Samurai. I know that this week has been kind of jam-packed with different events during seminar, and we hear you. We know that there's so much going on, but we thank you for participating. We thank you for your patience as we get through this week, and we understand and we just ask for a little grace. But next month, we will try to make sure we are very mindful of it, mindful of letting you know when we're having these events like we did with the poster that went out, but being more mindful about how we schedule them. So the best gift that I can give you right now is the gift of time. Thank you for your participation. I won't talk anymore. Have a great day. You're welcome.